Aloha Facebook and James. That was two different Jameses, James Layton and James Whittemore. Thank you, James Layton, for sponsoring me. Wow. I didn't quite expect such a response for me to just say, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to talk about nothing at all and just go for it. So a whole bunch of people commented and talked and commented and participated. Hello, James. Okay. So I'm not sure how people would participate in terms of doing like joining in on the conversation and like actually being in video with me too. If you're wanting to do that, you're welcome. I'm not sure if unless I invite you that it would work. I don't know. Gotta love technology. So actually James did a fantastic thing. James Layton did a fantastic thing and suggested a topic. Unfortunately, his video froze about 3/4 of the way in, and the audio gave out shortly after that. Aloha, David! I know you're super busy with all of your school and work and wife and like how many degrees do you have now? That actually brings us straight into the topic that James Layton set up, which was choices. And I've actually, it even brings me into why I'm doing this. Here we go. How to go off topic 3 different ways. So the big reason why I'm doing this even at all in the first place is because I am a very firm believer in personal development, and this is something that I'm not tremendously strong at, speaking off the cuff and expressing myself and saying things like I thought I would be nervous, but I'm not that nervous. And so I made the choice to go into personal development, to develop myself. And then so I made the choice to read a lot of self-help and, inspirational and aspirational works. And I made a choice to learn how to do video editing yesterday. Like that was kind of like, okay, you know what? I'm so sick of using iMovie. I'm going to dig into Final Cut Pro. Because iMovie has lost so much stuff, and anyway. So like you do as good as you can until you know better, and then you do better. And that's kind of my pursuit, is I'm constantly seeking to know better and do better. And that's my choice, to know better and do better. And James Layton brought up the choice of like, sometimes you can, make choices that are a little more difficult than others to come back from. And actually this comes straight from Aloha Kit. This comes straight from something that I've been reading recently. Rich Dad Poor Dad. Robert Kiyosaki recently came out with his 20th anniversary version of Rich Dad Poor Dad. And I have been just absorbing that. And one of the things that was an interesting concept that I hadn't really considered before is that no choice is good or bad. Just as if you listen to some of the more advanced gurus, they say that no emotion is good or bad, and if we try to label these things, we end up getting ourselves stuck in something that may or may not be beneficial. If we sit there and say that the emotion is bad, then we've given ourselves an excuse to stop thinking about it. It's the same thing with choices. If we tell ourselves that a choice was good or bad, we've taken ourselves off the hook for what actually made that choice what it was. See, a choice within itself is nothing. You can choose to do the right thing and still not do it. It's the action afterwards that really, really matters. Aloha, Lloyd. See what I mean? I was not expecting so much support. And Gina, aloha, yay. So it's not actually the choice itself that is good or bad. It's what you do afterwards. It's how you enact it. And so I made a choice to develop myself. I made a choice to pursue my highest self. And this thought kept coming, maybe I should just do a video every single day. It doesn't matter what it's about. Doesn't matter if I plan it, because I used to do it. You maybe remember I did live streams every weekday, and they were very, very thought out. I mean, in terms of what I was talking about, whether the strategy was good or not, it was the first 5 videos I did, it was nerve-wracking. The next 5 videos I did, it was slightly less nerve-wracking. Once I got towards the end of it, I was like, what am I going to talk about? Because I'm sort of at a point in my career right now where I'm not seeking clients actively, and I'm kind of just working on like stuff, like I'm building out a formula, I'm doing video editing, and it was one of those things where like, what do I talk about now? Like, it's going to seem like such an unusual change for me to go from marketing to marketing, financial marketing, financial marketing. And, and I kind of got a little hung up on that. So it was still a choice to develop myself, but the action had fallen out. And the action that had fallen out was just doing a video. And like, what would I do a video about? And would it be of any value to anybody? Because I had grown so used to being so valuable to people that I got hung up on that. But ultimately, you really just need to go back to the original choice, the real choice. Like, not just the choice of I'm going to make videos, but the choice of I'm going to develop myself. The choice of I'm going to do what I'm going to do because it's good for me. So yeah, I think that's pretty much, because I didn't get to hear everything that I heard James Layton was talking about because it kept freezing up. But I think that every choice is what you make it, and you make it that way by your actions. It's neither good or bad. It's something that either helps you or you learn from. Just that simple. So what do you guys think? Are you up for a challenge? Do you want to take this challenge with me? Do you want to do a live video about nothing in particular, just Seinfeld style, and talk out your thoughts for the day? Maybe join on somebody and you guys could have a real conversation. Maybe, get used to this whole video thing. I don't know if I published this one friends only, but that's kind of my intention. If this one went public, well then, to heck with it. I'll just go public with all of them. But I think that this is a very worthwhile challenge to just go live every single day for 30 days and stretch ourselves, find our new limits, figure out exactly how far we can go when we make a choice. Until next time, ahui ho, aloha oi.